Hello, my name is Joanne Alex, and I'm here to tell you a story, Plant Something for Me, or Plant Something for Maine. And this story was written especially for the Read Maine Agriculture Volunteer Reading Project, and it was put together by the Maine Landscaping and Nursery Association, Independent Garden Centers of Maine, and the Maine Ag in the Classroom program. So, Plant Something for Me. The books are made possible by the USDA Specialty Crop Block Grant and our Maine Agricultural Specialty License Plate. So you may see some of these license plates on cars, and through their support of buying those license plates, it helps to make these books available to your classrooms. So, all people and animals need plants. And if we look at this picture, we see that here's a pygmy owl and a cactus in Arizona. Here's a girl who picks green tea leaves in China. A Maine boy with blueberries. A boy in South Africa growing crops. And a vendor for a farmer's market in Brazil. And you may have seen a farmer's market right here in our own community. And I would be surprised if you have not picked blueberries. Plants give us oxygen to breathe. All green plants use carbon dioxide, water, and sunlight in a process called photosynthesis to release oxygen back into the atmosphere. And if you look at this picture, do you realize that every time we breathe out, we put carbon dioxide into the air, which what the plant needs to photosynthesize to make its food. And in return, it gives us oxygen, which we breathe in to fill our lungs and our bodies with good air. And it gives us food to eat. So there's apples and vegetables. The plants hold the soil with their roots, and it shows you some roots spread out to hold the plant up, and some have a strong taproot that goes way down in the soil that allows it to stay strong. And they create habitats for birds, animals, and insects. So it can be a home for a chickadee, a hiding place for a raccoon, food for a cedar waxwing, a little home and a habitat for a shrew or a mole, and a place for our monarch caterpillars to lay their eggs and grow up to be butterflies. And of course, plants are for people too. And here you can see plants make our homes beautiful. And they may be cooking some vegetables on the grill. Plants use water, carbon dioxide, and sunlight. Plants make their own food through photosynthesis. People and animals can use these nutrients as food too. So here's the sunlight, the CO2 that we talked about, and the water that comes up through the roots. And these plants use this water, carbon dioxide, CO2, and sunlight to make natural sugars and starches that people and animals need to survive. So here's a cow eating his grass, and these children are enjoying watermelon. Taking care of plants creates many important jobs right here in our state. How would you like to have a career working with plants? There are so many jobs. You might help to plant seedlings in a greenhouse. You might work as a florist arranging flowers. Or you might collect fir tips to make wreaths. And maybe you plant seedlings. You might want to be an arborist and take care of trees. Look how high up in that tree he is. So he's taking care of that tree. Maybe if you like to climb, that would be a good job for you. You could be a landscaper installing plants and moving soil with machinery. So look how they're moving that around. You might want to be a groundskeeper, keeping plants neat and healthy. Maybe mowing the yard or taking care of flowers so that they look nice and healthy. Some people work in a greenhouse growing plants inside. And I know that you have a greenhouse over at your school where you can grow plants year-round. But others work in a nursery and grow many types of plants outside. And as you drive around in through our communities, you may see these nurseries where many different plants are being grown outside for us to use. There are farmers that grow turf, and turf is the grass, and so they grow the turf and then cut it up and take it to other places for people to have grass, and farms that grow trees. And these particular trees are often used at holidays such as Christmas. Some farms called orchards grow fruit, and you may have gone to an apple orchard or maybe even an orchard that has pears. And then of course there are market gardens that grow vegetables and flowers. So they have big vegetable gardens. Maybe you would like to design a garden or a landscape. Many people have gardens at home they design themselves. And does your school have a garden? Yeah, the children are taking care of the gardens at their school, but also here's one at home being tended by a family member. Do you have plants inside your classroom? Plants can make the world a nicer place. There could be one plant or more than one plant. The tallest sunflowers come from tiny seeds. And this mighty oak started as one small acorn. And look how big that tree grew to be. There are so many ways that people need plants. Every one of us can plant something. Look at them, they're all planting and making dirt. What would you like to plant? So, as you think about that, let me show you how you can plant something for you. So down here, I have with me a kit that you will be able to pick up at school. And the kit contains a cup, because you'll want to be able to put your things in it, and a very special peat pellet. This peat pellet is really full of soil and nutrients that the plant needs to grow, but it's flat and it's dry. So when I put it in my cup like this, I need to add about half a cup of water. And then I can walk away for about 10 or 15 minutes, or I can watch as the seed pellet absorbs the water and grows bigger and bigger and becomes a home for my seed, which Johnny selected seed offered to the main egg in the classroom for you. And this is a baby pumpkin seed. So when your soil is big enough and ready to be there, what you'll do is you can take your little stick and move the soil a bit on the peat pellet and put your seed in the cup, cover it over, and watch it and keep it moist. Now, you're getting baby pumpkin seeds to plant, but you also know that there are many, many different kinds of plants. And so every seed in this container will grow something different. And here actually are those acorns that we talked about. In the wild, here are the horse chestnuts. So you can see that plants can be food, they can be flowers, they can be other things. So thank you, and I hope that you enjoy picking up your kit at school and planting something for me.